Hi there, this is Allison with Let's Go Travel Tips. Today is Monday, it's November 7th, and we're coming to you here on Royal Caribbean's Explorer of the Seas. So I've got lots to tell you about Royal Caribbean. Today we are on Coco Cay, so we are planning to have a perfect day at Coco Cay. And incidentally, did you know that Royal Caribbean has their own song for that? This morning, the cruise director came on, gave us some information, like go down to deck 1 aft to get off the ship and a few other things, and then they played this really fun song. So we are having a wonderful time here on Royal Caribbean. So we're going to head there as soon as we're done here. We have noticed, I don't think they've got Starlink on this ship yet because the internet was really slow. Yesterday when we did our live, we did that with the phone service right there in Miami, and if you missed our live, you should go back and watch it. We thought we were going to be on for like a half an hour and just show you the sail away, but we were delayed leaving, and so we were on for like almost 3 hours, and so we had a lot of great conversation. Lots of you stuck with us, came and went. It was really nice to have you all with us. And so then if you really don't want to hear all that, definitely don't miss the last bit when we were sailing out. It was so beautiful. It was dark, so everything was all lit up. We had rain come and go. It was really a special sail away. So anyway, I just wanted to tell you that. Now, as far as news goes, just two things that I think are noteworthy. A lot of us here cruise on Princess, and so Princess just announced, we got an email about it, so let me know if you received notification as well, that starting mid-March, they are going to have Tyra Banks, and she's B-A-N-X is how you spell her name. She apparently has been like a model and an actress and all that, and she has her own line of ice cream now called Smize Cream and S-M-I-Z-E cream. And so they're going to, and it's known to be, it's called, I looked this up, it's supposed to be creamy ice cream with a surprise inside. Have never had this, have never seen this. So anyway, mid-March it's supposed to start being on all of the ships. So keep your eye out for that. Let me know, those of you who are the first to try it, what you think. Let me know when it shows up on your cruise ship. I don't have a Princess cruise scheduled from now through mid-March. I just barely was on the Discovery Princess, and we've got our Vloggers cruise at the end of January, and we're trying to figure out, we've got a river cruise at the end of March in Europe, and I'm trying to figure out the rest of our schedule for a little while, so I'll talk to you about the river cruise when we get home. But anyway, right now we are loving Royal Caribbean. Want to say that. So the other thing that I wanted to make sure that you are all aware of is Carnival Cruise Line just received the Celebration, their newest ship. She just arrived in Southampton yesterday, it sounds like, and that they're having all these festivities I know that were going on, and then she is going to take off and do her transatlantic to come to the United States. So I just wanted to let you know, and it's kind of fun to me. The godmother for that ship is Cassidy Gifford, who I remember when I was much younger seeing the ads that Kathy Lee Gifford would do for Carnival to try to make everybody want to cruise. And I must have been at the age I couldn't do it, or maybe it's when our family was young and we couldn't do that then. But I thought she did really good, fun commercials. Well, this is her daughter. So her daughter is going to be the godmother, and it'll be fun to see what commercials, or if they're going to do commercials. I don't know. But anyway, that's what's going on with Carnival. Now, as far as Royal Caribbean goes, let me show you a few things. Well, first of all, a news thing. So when you sail with Royal Caribbean, and especially like if you are the very high like Pinnacle, they give you drink vouchers as part of your perks. And I think they usually give you 6 if you're the very top. Well, now they are making it so that every time you use one of those drink vouchers, you have to sign for it, because they were having the problem that the drink vouchers would just be applied like to a bottle of water or a soda, something inexpensive, and you were hoping to save it and use it for your wine with dinner or some more expensive drink. And so what they're doing now, like I said, is you have to sign every time you use it, so that way there's not that mix-up that goes with accidentally using it when you didn't want to use it. They said this this will really help with two things. Number one, it will help keep their very top loyalty passengers happy, because you don't want to be using drink vouchers when they didn't want to. And the other thing is it will really cut down on lines at customer service, because every time that happened, you'd have to go down to customer service and say, I didn't really want to use it on that. Will you please charge me for that drink and give my voucher back? So I think that sounds like a good plan. Now, as far as Royal Caribbean goes, let me tell you a few things and just show you what a couple of things that I thought was nice right when we got on the ship. So, you walk in and there are some things right on the desk for you, and they have a dress to impress. And so the way this works is for $17.49, you can put in as much laundry as you want pressed into this laundry bag, and they will do it in return for you. So that's kind of nice. It's, kind of a good sized bag. Oops, let me turn it this way for you. But it's this bag right here. And so it's nice to know that you've got that option if you're traveling and your clothes got more wrinkled than you expected. And be aware, don't bring an iron on a cruise ship or a steamer. They confiscate those. They don't want you to have those because of the hazard they present if somebody accidentally left it on or did something that would start a fire. And then they do have laundry services as well. So as we are used to on cruise ships. And I will take a picture of this and we will put it on our website. Then a really interesting thing to me is that Cruise Compass, which is their schedule of events for the whole day, is now only digital. Because I saw this and I thought, because I know I'm a paper person and I need to be more of I'm digital for a lot of things, but I do like that schedule of events to be paper. So this week I'm making the leap. I said to Gordon last night at dinner, I'm like, are you sure we couldn't have a paper? He's like, so there's that. But they do have a good app. Their app and celebrities are better than princesses as far as flakiness. We've not had any trouble with them being flaky. Of course, you can't order a drink on them. But the way that they do their schedule of events, which I know, and I need to talk to you about this when I get home, there is a way to make on the medallion, well, I think they just call it the Princess app now. There is a way to make the schedule of events show up like a list, but I kind of think they should just make that be the default, but because it's so much simpler. But anyway, they're as you know, Celebrity and Royal Caribbean are owned both by Royal Caribbean Corporation, so their apps are very similar, but they work great. Then the last thing, I showed this in the room tour, they just do a nice job of putting this little note here to remind anyone if they're not feeling well to go ahead and get an appointment and be seen by the medical team. So I think they do that, of course, because we have the concern of COVID always, but I thought it was nice that they put a reminder with the instructions on how to do that. Now, let's see. Let me tell you a few things. So yesterday when we got on the ship, embarkation was super smooth. Couldn't have been smoother. Very quick, very smooth, no complaints at all. Really, really good job. When we got on, we had not really had time for breakfast, so by the time we were getting on, we were going to go to the Windjammer Cafe. What time did that open? At 11?
11:30.
11:30. And so we went there, and you know what? The food was, I know this makes me sound like I'm have a silver spoon in my mouth. I don't, but the food wasn't good. The food was really not good, and so not good enough that I was worried. I was like, oh no, I had heard that Royal Caribbean had good food. And so we went to dinner last night. It was in the Sapphire dining room. It's actually a really pretty dining room. And you know what? The food was really, really good. We each had the crab cake appetizer, and there was lots of real crab in there. It was actually really, really good. That was the starter that we had. Then we had the prime rib for dinner because I wanted to see what their prime rib was like, compare it with prime rib that I have had on other cruise ships. It was superb. It actually did melt in your mouth. It was absolutely delicious. They had these little square potato things with it. They were absolutely delicious, as well as, and a grilled tomato came with it, and a piece of broccoli. And so the dinner rolls were excellent. The whole thing was really, really delicious. And then for dessert, I had an apple blossom with ice cream. Oh my goodness, the ice cream was absolutely delicious, and that apple blossom was delicious as well. I was pleasantly surprised. It was really good. And you know what, I have had people comment in our Let's Go family that the food on Royal Caribbean is better than the food on Princess. That food, sorry, there's something outside there. That food on Royal Caribbean in the dining room last night was better than I have had food on Princess in the dining room for quite a long time. So they're doing something right here. The service was outstanding. The waiters were all cheerful and happy and taking good care of you. We asked our waiter for something, and he's like, I think maybe it was nope, he brought another Diet Coke without us having to ask. Oh, it was for a little bit more butter to go with the rolls. And I said, sorry, we need some more butter. And he was like, oh, madame, we are here for you. Whatever it is that you would like, we are pleased to get it. Such nice staff, really, really sweet. And so we thoroughly enjoyed our dinner. We booked this cruise a little bit late, so the only thing that was left to select for our dining was early. But since we were late leaving the port, we were still doing our live early. And so we just went there, and there was kind of a line, but it moved very quickly. And it was about 7:10. And the maitre d' said, he said we would just like a table for the two of us. He said, would you come back at 7:30 and I will have that ready for you? So we did, and he did. They took us right to the table. It took them a minute. They thought they were taking us to one table. We met the nicest gentleman who was taking people to the table, but that table was already filled, so they just got us another table, which worked out good because I loved our two servers. And anyway, but it went really smoothly, very nice. And on our way out, we said, can we always eat about now? She switched our dining, took care of that, so very cheerful. I was very impressed. They did a really good job, and the dining room was really pretty too, so make sure that you see my video about that. And I wanted to point out, just because we've heard on Carnival that they have made a curfew on the app. It shows that the curfew for children is at 1 a.m. But I'm going to say there are lots and lots of children on this ship, but they're just really sweet little children. We didn't hear at dinner time we saw children eating with their families, but they were all just such a pleasure to have with us. So I think my experience thus far, and we are going to get off the ship as soon as I am done with this and head in to Coco Cay. Like I said, everything that I have seen so far, I think this would be a really great cruise thus far to bring if you've got your grandchildren, if you've got your children and you want to bring the family. This is perfect. I would do it on Princess, absolutely, but there is more to do. I would say a little bit more here, and so I'll cover that more this week. But so far, this seems like a really fun place, and I'm going to show you Coco Cay today, and so that you can see it. And I think that I say Coco Cay instead of Coco Key because they've got that perfect day at Coco Cay, and it needs to rhyme. So that's what I've got right now for you from Royal Caribbean. Our room steward is amazing, nicest guy. Oh, and let me tell you, there are no outlets by the bed. And in our cabin here, the bed is on this side, and everything with outlets is on the opposite side, which is pretty standard. And here, it seems like from the cabins that I've looked at on Royal Caribbean, so Gordon has a CPAP. So I said to our room steward when I got to meet him, we need an extension cord. When we came back from dinner, it was just sitting right here on the bed. So if you need one, just ask. They'll get it for you really quick. Now, I feel like I have a couple of things to tell you about Celebrity, and it's because someone, and I appreciate it, ask me questions. So someone in the comments, when I had talked about Celebrity, said, you mentioned that they're pulling out all the stops. How do you know that all the things that were going well on Celebrity are just not because you were on that inaugural cruise? That's an excellent question. So first of all, I want to say that when we were on, they surely were pulling out all the stops because it was a very special cruise. It was the naming cruise when they actually give the ship a name. She was christened with that bottle of champagne. They had all of the really special festivities that went with that, and they did an extraordinary job. As I was trying to prepare to be on that, I've watched a couple of other naming ceremonies, just trying to see how they do this and everything, and I would say that Celebrities was spectacular. So not dissing anyone else, but it was absolutely fabulous, as good or better as the others that I've seen. So on videos. So anyway, they surely did. They did an outstanding job of that. As I thought about that question, though, the things that came to my mind were the entertainment, the food, the way the ship is designed, and the staterooms that I got to see. I've got video for you of the staterooms that I was able to see. There are going to be other people in the video because there were so many people on board looking as well. But first of all, let's start with entertainment. The shows that we saw and the way that the entertainment was run, put together, what it included, you know, what the entertainment was, that's the same entertainment that they have had all summer while she's been sailing in the Mediterranean. So that part didn't change, okay? There was a couple of special things that was because it was a naming ceremony, but I'm not even including that with my assessment of the entertainment. I thought that the entertainment was really good. The last night we were on, we went to Stage Door. That Stage Door, it's their big production show, and I videoed a lot of it, and we are going to get that up. I mentioned this in our live, just so you can watch it and say, yeah, I would enjoy that, or like, no, I wouldn't enjoy that. That is why I'm putting that up, because my job is to tell you things, and then you decide what you would like to do and what you would enjoy. And so those of you that enjoy the same things as I do, you'd probably really enjoy that. So, but I will tell you, the night before we had gone to the club, they call it, and they were there was a DJ for just a bit, and then there was a band, and they played songs, and like I've said before, lots of people our age were dancing, people younger were dancing. It was very fun. But the last night at 11 o'clock p.m., so it was late, we went because they were supposed to have jazz, and we went, we caught the beginning of the show. A lady sang beautifully. The second number was a little friskier than what I usually enjoy, and so we just left. So what does that tell me? That maybe there's something I don't enjoy, but you just leave. Everybody chooses what they want to attend and what they were wanting to do. Was all the entertainment on the ship like that? Absolutely not. So I don't feel like I'm sending you somewhere that you're going to be like, well, there's nothing I want to watch. Not at all. And there were lots of people there enjoying it. So it's not good, it's not bad, it's different, okay? So keep all of that in mind. The next thing is, let me tell you about the food. So the food that they had was, we ended up just eating in main dining rooms while we were on the ship, as well as Gordon had food at the grill. We ate at the Ocean View Cafe, which is their buffet. And those are the places we ate, right, love?
Yes.
Yes, because there were other things that I had to go to, and Gordon would just go somewhere and eat.
We picked up the cafe.
Oh yeah, that's true. We went to the Cafe El Bacho, got some treats there. We tried to try lots of things, but all of the food that we had was excellent, just excellent. And those menus are printed up. It's the menus that they have been serving, and that they're going to keep serving. So I'm sure that they change, you know, sometimes according to what they can get, or, you know, just normal changes. But it was really, really good. And I don't think that that was a change because of who was on board. It seems like that was main, you know, just the normal, this is what we've got, this is what you're going to have. And so I don't think that the food was a function of who was on board during my sailing. The staterooms are really beautiful, and you know, honestly, I think you find that on most ships, that the staterooms are really beautiful. The staterooms on Celebrity are absolutely beautiful, and so that, you know, that was the same, and also the design of the ship is the same. So with the ship, the way that they've got it, and I mentioned to you, there are lots of places to relax and enjoy a lounger. They've got a beautiful solarium that it is air conditioned. It's not cold, but it is surely not muggy and hot either. So it's a lovely place. I saw people taking a nap. I saw people enjoying the pool, the whirlpools there. It is just absolutely beautiful. But tucked in these places all over the ship, they have lovely places to relax. So if you want to be right by the pool, you can. If you want to be further away, tucked in a little niche where there's not a million people, you can do that. And that's one thing that I really liked, is that there's lots, and there are so many loungers that I would like to think that anybody who wants one can get one. Now, I have not sailed clearly on the Celebrity Beyond when she is at complete capacity and every person wants a lounger at the exact same time. I don't know that everybody would want the lounger at the exact same time anyway, but they do have lots and lots of opportunities. They've got an amazing walking track. It includes an incline. You can walk, you can jog. But anyway, it was just wonderful. And that part, that's not changing either. That is just the way that the ship is. And then also, you know, there is that magic carpet on the side there that goes up and down. We got to go there. Well, anybody could go there. And we had a drink while we were there. We sat down, just looked around. I did not see it going up and down. Like, I'm sure that it goes up and down on the regular cruises. And they use it, you know, it can be a restaurant. You know, you can eat in there if you want to. They've got a bar right there. And then on days that they are using tenders, then that helps them move people, a lot of people at one time, to make it really handy. So I know that they use that. So I just wanted to point out that the things that I think that will really affect, oh, and the crew. The crew was amazing, and like I was saying, I'm not dissing one crew or another, and the same is true here on Royal Caribbean. The crew is amazing, and both this ship, what we've seen yesterday by the pool and in the restaurant and just walking around, and we went to just a DJ show. They were playing the hits from the 80s and 90s, which was just fun last night. It seems like there is lots of crew. It does not seem like they are short-staffed at all. They don't seem like they are worn out at all. They anyway, so that I think is not going to change either. I think that the crew on Celebrity, as it is here on Royal Caribbean, as it is on Princess, are very anxious to please, and they take really good care of you. Like, I think, and you know what, I think that's probably, I'm sure it's true across the cruise industry. The cruise industry, their service is amazing. The thing that I think I noticed most about it is I feel like on the sailings that I have been on with Princess, especially like on the Discovery Princess, I don't think they have a full crew, and I don't know where the rest of them are. It doesn't seem like the rest of the cruise, well, the Celebrity or Royal Caribbean doesn't seem to be having a hard time getting enough crew, so I'm not sure exactly what exactly, I don't know. I just know that on the Celebrity and on Royal Caribbean that we're on right now, amazing crew, and they seem very well staffed. Okay, now I'm really counting on you guys to put questions down below in the comments, and let me know what questions you have, things you want me to find out about the ship, as well as just kind of comparing everything as we think about trying these new cruise lines for Gordon and I. This is really amazing. We are thoroughly enjoying this experience, and I would love it if you would ask us questions, share your experiences, because that helps all of us. And I'm going to turn the camera around and show you we are on what side of the ship are we on, love?
Starboard.
Starboard. That way is forward. So we are pulled in this way along the dock. Okay, Coco Cay is right there. And so I'm going to show you the view outside. See, this is what you get for cruising one cruise line. Lots of times on Princess, I always know where port or starboard is. On this, I don't. But I will by the end of the week. So I'm just going to show you the view, and we're going to get this video up while we're here today. Like I said, the internet is slow, and so we'll get this up for you. I really appreciate all of you. It's such a delight to be with you. If you haven't subscribed, please do. We need you in our Let's Go family. And give this video a thumbs up if you appreciate our updates. I'll be talking to you all again really soon. You all take really good care. God bless you. Love you. Bye-bye. Hey, if you missed our balcony yesterday, you can hear that go. It's a nice size balcony. We're here in a junior suite. Anyway, isn't this beautiful? Look at this. I am so excited to be here today. I can't tell you how excited I am. It is windy. That's probably why. I don't know if the balloon's just down or if it's a little too windy for her today. But we are going to go check this out. We're here until 5 this evening, and it's probably about 8 right now. Maybe it's 8:30. But I'm going to tell you all about it. So it is really beautiful.